Good.
God.
Shalom, Makiam. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Hashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakakadash.
Rakakadash.
All right, this is brother Yahusah from the GMS San Antonio camp here with the brother I now. All right, basically what we're going to be going into today, as you see on the title, is going to be Esau's wickedness against Jacob, right, against his brother Jacob. All right, because the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite, is constantly, all right, going against his brother, man. All right, now it all started from the beginning, okay, when Cain killed Abel, all right, when the serpent bamboozled Eve, okay, it all started, man. All right, and we're coming to Jacob and Esau. Whenever Esau gave the birthright to Jacob, all right, Esau hated Jacob and his birthright, man. All right, therefore he sought to kill Jacob. All right, and that type of mentality has passed down to all his generations. All right, same with Jacob's generations, man. It's brother against brother. All right, and that's how it's been, and that's how it's gonna be until Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai comes back, all right, and delivers us from this evil. All right, so right now we are in Esau's kingdoms where he can kill us and get off scot free. All right, or get 6 months in prison. He can kill our whole family, get 6 months in prison. Right, and if he's a police, all right, he kills the whole family. Right, he gets promoted. He gets a year of vacation, man. All right, so all this wickedness is about to come to an end, man. Esau hating his brother Jacob, Esau being able to kill us without any consequences is about to end. Okay, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is making moves to where the so-called white man is about to get taken down. All right, so if I can, I want to go ahead and get started with this. This is Obadiah 1 and verse 10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever for thy violence against thy brother Jacob." All right, and what violence, man? It's not just speaking about the gunning down. All right, speaking about slavery. All right, Trail of Tears. All right, buck breaking, beating out the Bader Gate. Okay, it's speaking about the Mexican massacre. Okay, whenever you went over there to Puerto Rico and just killed them, man. All right, and I believe it tells you in one of Christopher Columbus's journals that he couldn't put the sword down for I believe for a whole hour, man. All right, why? Because that's how much he was killing, man. All right, and our people went up to him with gold crowns, put gold everything, man. All right, he just killed us for the fun of it. All right, that's Esau's fun. All right, it's torturing and murdering our people, man. All right, but for that, you're going to be cut off forever because you have not had mercy upon our people at all. All right, so continuing, all right, verse 11, it says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. So you were also, as I believe it's called the slave trade. I forget the first word.
Transatlantic trade slave.
The transatlantic trade slaves. Huh?
I'll read for you too.
Or if you can give verse 12 after this. But the transatlantic trade slave, transatlantic slave trade, man. All right, you went around trading us for goods, man, or trading goods for us. All right, vice versa. Okay, so you were a part of our captivity. The only difference between you and the rest of our captivity is they had mercy upon us, man. We knew who we were. All right, we were able to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. We were able to do certain things within different captivities. But under your rule, man, you went around changing the images. All right, changing who we were, calling us niggers, spicks, wetbacks. All right, Uncle Tomahawks, man. All right, being the devil, man, being a deceiver. All right, and being accusers saying that our people sold us into slavery, man. All right, but if you can, go ahead and get verse 12.
Obadiah verse 12, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, the day that he became a stranger.
God, that's right. You shouldn't have looked on the day that we became a stranger, man. All right, because pretty soon here to come, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is about to judge you, man. All right, he's gonna have judgment without mercy. Okay, he's gonna destroy you with an everlasting destruction, man. All right, all for your wickedness against your brother Jacob, man. All right, of course, the wickedness that you've done besides your violence against Jacob, all right, all that counts as well. But the main thing is your violence, man, against us, against the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, man. All right, keep going.
It says, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress.
God, he said, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. All right, God bless America. All right, God, using the scriptures against us, telling us that God wanted us there, man. All right, that we should obey our master, this and that, man. All right, causing our people to go off, causing our people to stray away from who we are, man. All right.
This is okay, 2 seconds.
Go ahead. You good.
Proverbs 17:5. Whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker, and he that is glad at calamities shall not be unpunished.
Gotcha. You got it.
And so we have a perfect example of this. Esau being the self-proclaimed white man, right, who's the devil that the Bible speaks of, promotes basically lewdness, and he promotes death, and he's happy when he fulfills his lust to accomplish that.
That's right.
And so you have Esau being in rulership, teaching our people, to be happy when they see the downfall of their enemies. When it comes to calamities and all that, not remembering that the Most High could bring you down just as easy as He brought your enemy down. And so, what do the Edomites teach? They teach not to have fear of the Lord, and that's why you see that sentiment correlate within our people. They don't fear the Most High because Esau don't fear the Most High, and our people, they follow Esau. That's right. You see, Esau caused them to go astray because they're the devil, they're the deceiver. Same thing like you said, the serpent, okay, in the garden, beguiling Eve.
That's right.
Okay. God, let me keep going. Obadiah.
God, keep it going. What we're in verse 13.
Mm-hmm. Obadiah verse 13, it says, "Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity.
Keep it going.
Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity." And so what is Esau known for? Kicking you while you're down, okay? Basically being informant, okay, to the rest of our enemies, which is why you have that confederate that's against us, I believe, as in Psalms 80, if I'm not mistaken, either 83 or 73. Let me find out real quick. Okay. 80.
What does it say?
Yeah, 80. 83. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Psalms 83 and 5. It says, actually, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." And that's exactly what Esau wants to do. It's written all throughout history, even in the scriptures. And if I make it one more kind of tied up, all right, this is Judith chapter 7, and I'll start at verse 7. It says, no, 6. Judith 7 and 6. "But in the second day, Holofernes brought forth all his horsemen in the sight of the children which were in Bethulia, the children of Israel which were in Bethulia, and viewed the passages up to the city, and came to the foundations of their waters, and took them, and set garrisons of men of war over them, and he himself removed towards his people. Then came unto him all the chief of the children of Esau, and all the governors of the people of Moab, and the captains of the seacoast, and said, Let our Lord now hear a word, that there may be not an overthrow in thine army." And so here you have Holofernes being one of the captains of Nebuchadnezzar, going through these nations and lands, conquering these nations and lands. And then he approaches the land of Israel, And what do you have? The Edomites, who are the self-proclaimed white people, and the Moabites, who are the Chinese, so-called Chinese, come up and join a confederacy, okay, with those Babylonians in that time to what? Let me read. Well, basically to overthrow. When you read it, man, because I don't want to harp too long on it. But that's what their plan is, okay? To be violent towards Jacob in any way.
God, man.
You know?
Right. God, as the brother said, to be violent in any way, man. And you see all throughout Esau's history, which he shows you. All right, the so-called white man shows you a brief moment of slavery. All right, he shows you a brief moment of the things that he's done. All right, but he doesn't show you the whole truth, man. All right, he doesn't show you all the wickedness that he committed, man. All right, to break us down, to beat us down. All right, even in today's times, man. All right, these so-called Israelites. I mean, not Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Israelites in the fame, all right, that are famous right now. Man, they're sitting there getting raped, man. All right, they're having in order to stay famous, they have to get raped. All right, that's why you have Lil Wayne. All right, he's all bugged out. All right, all these singers, songwriters. All right, all they do is whenever they're rapping or singing, they're singing about how they don't want to be famous, man, or how they do a bunch of drugs, all right, or how they do all these things to get their mind off of something heavy, man. All right, and what are they heavy about? Esau buck breaking them, man. I put raping them and filling up on their children, man. All right, controlling their whole lives, man. All right, these famous people, they reveal it unto you all the time, man. All right, especially the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, but that's what our people go through in order to make a so-called better living, man. All right, and that's and Esau doing that is violence right there. You know, so by that, the Most High is going to destroy him for that. The Most High is for you not having mercy upon us. He's not going to have mercy upon you, man. All right. So are you done in Obadiah?
I read up to verse. Yeah, that's cool.
God.
Yeah, that's cool.
So from there, I wanna go ahead and get this Mark chapter 9 verse 42, and it reads, "And whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believe in me, it is better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he were cast into the sea." All right, Esau has been going around offending the little ones, and the little ones, all right, are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the Israelites, moreover the elect, man. You have been constantly offending us, man. All right, constantly going against us. All right, and once again, how just look into Esau's history, man. You see slavery, all right, how he conquered the world, okay, how he controls it to this day, man. All right, using Jake to go against Jake. All right, all this wickedness he continues to commit. All right. With that, we understand that it would have been better for him to just been tied a noose around his neck and thrown into the sea, man. And drowning is a very painful death, man. So it would have been better for Esau to die a very painful death than to offend us, right?
And Esau's gonna die a very painful death.
That's right.
Right. And this scripture originates from the 2/3 of our people, that caused us to err, or that caused Israel to go astray and cause them to believe into these other doctrines. It goes into Esau too, though.
Right.
Because really the whole world is full of deception. Okay, and so did you want us to get that word offend?
God.
All right, that word offend in the Greek is scandalizo. Okay, which sounds like scandal or scandalous.
That's right.
Which is basically be like erroneous or false.
Mischievous.
Yeah, mischievous. Yeah, exactly. But the definition is put a stumbling block or impediment in the way upon which another may trip and fall.
That's right.
Metaphorically, to offend.
God.
To entice to sin, to beguile,
That's right.
to cause a person to begin to distrust and desert one whom he ought to trust and obey.
God, and who are the Israelites supposed to trust, man? They're supposed to trust Yahweh Bashim Shai, but they don't even trust that. All right, whenever we go out and preach to him, because what has Esau done to hide the fact that we're Israelites, man? He went around. I want to go ahead and read this, and then I'll break it down. This is Job 9:24, and it reads, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" So aren't the Israelites judges? All right, aren't they going to be judging the whole earth whenever the kingdom comes? Okay, isn't Yahweh a judge? Isn't Yahweh Shai a judge? Okay, so Esau went around covering the faces, man. So by doing that, he was offending the little ones. Okay, because that put a stumbling block onto Israel, because now Israel can't find out who they are, man. And whenever they see our people preaching, they go against them, because all they've ever grown up knowing, or that all they've ever done or seen, is the so-called white man be the hero, man. They seen the so-called white man be their God. All right, they see the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite, pretty much be everything in all the history books. He's the one who discovered everything. He discovered light. All right, he discovered cars. All right, he discovered all this. When really it was the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But our people don't believe it. All right, because Esau put that stumbling block in front of them. All right, of course our people play a big part in that as well. All right, but Esau is the one who implements it, man. Esau is the one with the blueprints, who gives it to Jake, and Jake just plays it out, man. All right, just as Yahweh gave Yahweh Shai the blueprints to build the earth, and that's how it was, man. All right, so by doing that, by covering the faces of the judges thereof, Esau has offended these little ones, man. Esau has hella offended. Okay, he went and put the stumbling block upon all of Israel, and the only ones who knew how to climb over it or go through it were the elect. All right, and now here we are, man. All right, preaching to our people once again. Jake protecting his brother Esau, when Esau doesn't even care for you, man. All right, the so-called white man does not care for you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, y'all need to learn that. Wake the hell up, man. All right, it's time to wake up. It's not time to keep protecting this man. All right, you see his wickedness being revealed, man. You see that the pedophile ring in Hollywood. All right, I believe the Pope just got fired for all the wickedness that he committed. Okay,
how you fire the Pope? You know what I'm saying? The Pope was to rule till he died, but Pope get fired now. I gotta resign.
Yeah, that's right, man. And then the whole government in Sweden, I resigned from the lack of health care, man. All right, this devil is ruining the earth, man. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, once again, need to wake the hell up and get out of this child ass mentality, man, of do as thou wilt. All right, because we can't just do whatever we want, man. We have a purpose, and we have someone to serve, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. All right, but you would rather serve this devil who said they were you, all right, and is constantly killing you, constantly gunning you down in the streets, all right, taking your children in the middle of the night, all right, raping them, killing them, eating them, man, all right, feeding them to you through these restaurants, okay, polluting the earth, the air, the food, the water, all right, poisoning you and your baby, man, right? Being in this society is no longer safe, and it's all under the rule of who? Under the rule of the red Hebrew Edomite, man, the devil, all right, the deceiver, Satan, that old serpent, man, the dragon, okay, all under the rule of him, all right. So, what do you got right there, right?
I got an article. Go into the article, man. All right, because one thing you mentioned is about how Esau basically don't give a damn about what he does to the nation of Israel, because he treats us like, like we're the scum of the earth, and really it's the opposite.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, so I got this article here, and the name of the article. First of all, the article is from theroot.com. The name of the article is titled "Trial Begins for Former Police Officer Who Shot and Killed 17-year-old Antoine Rose II." Okay, and so there's an Edomite here, and you can see the picture. Okay, a nice prep Edomite cop, and what did he do? He killed this Jake. You know what I'm saying? He killed a 17-year-old, and so it says the white former East Pittsburgh police officer who shot and killed an unarmed black, you gotta throw that in there, a black teenager in the back goes on trial Tuesday, potentially facing life behind bars. Now, this Edomite's not going to get life, man. Why is he not going to get life? Because these laws, the maximum penalty, are set for Jake to suffer. You see, Esau gets the pass. Esau, he affords the lawyers. You know, he shaves his face and he throws on that, you know, that little, you know, that little teardrop face, the crocodile tears, right? And some of them don't even do that, and they still get off, man.
God, that's right.
And so here it is. This Edomite shot the Jake in the back, a 17-year-old in the back, bro, and killed him. You shot him in the back, like he was running away. You can't fight somebody with your back turned to him. So he was running away, shot him and killed him. Why? Because Esau he's a man of the field. He loves to hunt.
That's right.
And so when you go into the bottom, there's this little comment, you know, and the comment says, let me see, go down here. Okay, the comment or discussion or whatever, my Opic prophet said, he's very, very remorseful. He's not remorseful because he's been charged. He legitimately is sad that this happened.
Bro, that's like if I may allude, bro, they're making Esau sound like he just the most sorry. Esau is not sorry about killing Jake, man. Esau has no remorse against his brother Jacob, man.
Okay, Kai, here we go right here. It says, it says, of course, defense attorneys have tried to paint Rosefield as a sympathetic character, right? So his attorneys and his lawyers try to make him seem like, oh yeah, I'm so remorseful. To paint the image. Remember, it shows you you're not even remorseful of killing a Jake in the back. Why? Because that's every Edomite's dream is to do that shit, man.
God, that's right.
You know? It says, defense attorney Patrick Thomasy told the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette last year, he's very, very remorseful. He's not remorseful because he's been charged. He legitimately is sad that this happened. Mike kept saying, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe that kid didn't have a gun in his hand. Right? But guess what? Guess what, man? That's a damn lie. Okay?
That's right.
It says the East Pittsburgh Police Department has since been shut down and the state police have taken over to cover its former territory. So these local police and all these damn state police ain't no better than the local police, man. All right, Esau wants to kill Jake.
Regardless,
man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We wasn't hanging Esau. We wasn't lynching Esau 100 years ago. He was lynching us.
Yep, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? For less than killing somebody. Go ahead.
God, it's like if I may allude, but you know, even whenever King David and King Solomon ruled over them, we weren't sitting there hanging them on trees, man. All right, we may have beat their ass a little bit and put them under our heel. All right, but we weren't over there raping their daughters, man.
No.
All right, going around raping their men. Okay, we weren't taking their children from them and hiding them and eating them or raping their children.
Right.
All right, we weren't doing all that wickedness, man.
Right.
So even when Esau was under us, man, we had mercy upon him. All right, but the red Hebrew Edomite doesn't have mercy upon Jacob, man.
And you know what? And I'll say this: Samuel was in the right spirit when he hewed. I believe his name was Agag, the king, the Amalekite king.
Yeah.
Because Saul, the Most High, had told Saul. Matter of fact, I think that's. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Samuel had told Saul to kill every single Amalekite, all the Edomites.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? To leave none of them. This is First Samuel. To leave none of them. To leave none of them alive. And guess what he did? He spared him. He had mercy upon him. So Saul was not in the right spirit. You know what I'm saying? Saul was not in the right spirit, man. You know, unless it's somebody else. Let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, this is 1 Samuel. Let me see. Hold on. Samuel and Saul. Saul will be chosen as a king. Okay, here it is. 1 Samuel chapter 15, and then verse 32. It says, Then said Samuel, Bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of Amalek. Okay? And the king of the Amalekites. And Agag came to unto him delicately, and Agag said, Surely the bitterness of death is past, right? So he thought that, he was going to be able to get away, with just because we slaughtered most of his livestock and all the rest of his people, but we kept him alive. And he was like, maybe they're gonna have mercy on me because they killed everyone else, right? Showing how cowardly Esau is. Because if you just kill my nation, shit, kill me too. You just gonna kill, you trying to live, and everything. Esau was trembling. And Samuel said, As thy sword hath made women childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women. And Samuel hewed Agag in pieces before the Lord, before Yahweh in Gilgal. And so he was in the right spirit. Go ahead.
God, and that's your part of me, because Samuel was a prophet, man. A prophet of who? A prophet of Yahweh Bashim Shai.
That's right.
The creator of the universe, man.
That's right.
Should I say universes? Okay, so by that, he ordered that Edomite to be slaughtered right in front of the Most High, man. So that's righteous, man. To kill you Edomites,
yeah.
Right? To if the Most High says to slaughter you or to put you under our foot, man, that's righteous, man.
That's right.
All right, and so by doing that, Samuel was following Yahweh's orders, man. All right, by following after Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. All right, but you Edomites, are you ready? You Edomites, the so-called white man, you continue to kill our people, man. You continue to go around slaughtering us, man, and you do it out of wickedness, man. All right, you do it out of hatred. You do it out of hatred for us, man. We kill you out of the hatred of the Most High, man.
Right.
All right.
We're the time is going to come where the vengeance of the Lord is going to commence.
God, that's right.
And that's what we're waiting for. And that's why these Edomites are so scared for the retribution. Matter of fact, did you still have more on that? And who was reading in?
I precept.
Okay.
And this is Proverbs 6 and 16. These 6 things doth Yahweh hate. Yeah, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Now, the very same token, Esau's blessing was the sword, so his blessing was to shed innocent blood, showing you that by default, the Most High set him up just to be destroyed.
Yeah.
But it says, in hand that shed innocent blood, and heart that devises wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift and running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Yeah. And it just so happens that all these things that Yahweh hates were all put into the nation of Edom. For example, Esau's blessing with the sword. What did Yahweh say? He that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword. So from the jump, the Most High says up to it so that he could hate Esau and be justified in destroying him. You see, and all these different things that Yahweh hates, Esau did specifically unto you so-called Negroes, Latinos, North American Indians, Scouting Indians, Trail Tees, even in the so-called what's it called in the so-called formal America, man. It's with the Tuskegee experiment and vaccines, GMOs and everything, Similac, the GMO food, the air, everything's polluted in this place. And they do it primarily among these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians. Because he has a distinct hatred from you towards you that goes back to the garden, man. Really.
That's right.
And was that it on that? Okay, cool. I got one real quick. This is matter of fact, I'll get this in Zephaniah first. No, I'll get this in Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 25 and 12. It says, Thus saith Yahweh your power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh your power, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom.
God, right.
Go ahead.
God is, I don't mean to interrupt, but that's beautiful, man, because we read in Mark chapter 9, verse 42, all right, that for anyone to offend these little ones, all right, it would have been better for him for a millstone to be tied around his neck and him thrown in the water, man. All right, therefore, it tells you it tells you in that book, Ezekiel, that Esau has greatly offended, man. All right, that who has he offended against, man? He didn't offend against Moab, all right, against Ammon, against Ham. All right, he didn't offend against any other nation but the nation of Israel, man. Mm-hmm. All right, and he trespassed against us. All right, and he had no mercy. All right, so if you can, could you read that one more time, Baba Shah?
All right. Yeah, kind of. This is Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. Thus saith Yahweh your power, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and had greatly offended.
God, and Yahweh tells you that vengeance is his, man. Alright, so it wasn't for you to take vengeance, man. It wasn't for you. It wasn't for you to go against our people and slaughter us, man.
Well, you know what? And you know what? There's balance on that, because the Lord used Esau, to put us under punishment. Because when you read the book of Judges, you got all these nations that had us in captivity. The thing is, they go too damn far with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to not to get mad, man. But you read that in Zechariah chapter 2, about how he's sore displeased with the heathen that are round about. Why? Because he was just a little displeased with the nation of Israel, okay? But then what did they do? They exceeded the judgment that was set for the nation of Israel. Basically, you have in the law, you get a certain amount of stripes. I believe it was 30 stripes, right? Whenever you get chastised. Well, they beat more than that. They did 60, 70, 200 stripes.
Yep, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, the Lord's like, hold on, man. You okay? You did your part, but you do too much, man.
Yep.
You got that?
Actually, I have a precept on that. That
Okay.
is actually on top. I'm looking for it. It's a lot.
Okay, no, it's all good. Zechariah chapter, Zephaniah.
Zephaniah.
Yeah. Let me see real quick. Sword is breeze.
And as and once again, Esau took vengeance, man.
Yeah.
All right, from him being
No, Zechariah. I got you right here, bro. My bad. It's chapter 1.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Let me see here. All right, so this is Zechariah chapter 1 and 15. It says, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. Why? Because these damn nations, man, if the Lord didn't come, the Lord didn't send Yahushua to come deliver us, man, these nations would just keep putting hell on us till we were just obliterated, man.
Psalms 83, man. They took counsel to completely obliterate the Israelites, man. All right, they wanted Israel to be no more of remembrance, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is the heathen's goals. All right, that is the heathen's goal alongside Esau, man. But Esau is like the headquarter, man.
Yeah.
He's the one who wanted it the most.
Yeah.
All right, because he's the one. Every nation hates the Israelites, man. All right, but they don't hate him. They don't hate us as much as Esau, man. Because you can get it. Hold on, you can get along with Moab, Ammon. You actually had peace between our nations, man. All right. If Israel took over another nation, man, they surrendered, and it was all right, man. All right, they were surrendered and they understood. Okay, but Esau, he didn't like that, man. Even in today's times, man, if you take over an Edomite's job and they get fired or they get demoted from their position, you take that position, bro. That Edomite would look to kill you, man. He don't look to, oh, you know what, I'm gonna get him fired. I'm gonna do this. He looks to kill you, bro, for a job, man. All right, and that's the whole Edomite's MO, is just to slaughter you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Israelites, man. All right, but you still want to protect this nigga, man. You still want to serve him and work at his McDonald's and shit and poison your people, man.
Which that hatred goes that really, from the jump, because Jacob and Esau even fighting in the womb.
That's right.
Which I like to make this joke that when Esau came out first, Jacob was in there beating his ass, man. Because Esau's hatred, I mean, bro, they were fighting in the womb, so as they were growing up, it was hella discord. Jacob's probably, Jacob is funny as hell. Jacob probably cutting out, making Esau cry and everything. And then it got to the point where Esau was like, as soon as Isaac died, he was like, now I killed my brother. His own brother, man. And the person who he grew up in the same household with. And they said, hey, in the same house with Isaac, Abraham, Rachel, he was like, fuck all that, God, I'm still gonna kill his ass, man.
Yep.
Which is the same thing that Cain did unto Abel. Which I got a precept, this is Psalms 83, which keep in mind that this is before the Edomites came into power. This is before Greece, Rome, America, and all that. Psalms 83 and 1. Keep not thou silence, O God, and hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. So according to the Bible, God has enemies. You see? Lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thine hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's right.
They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Now, who's the first person that David mentions, or excuse me, that Asaph mentions? It says, the tabernacles of Edom. Because Edom back then, the main nation that was always just pegging and talking and just doing, look at Esau now, doing some, I don't want to cuss too much, but doing some BS was who? The Edomites, Edom back then.
That's right.
It's just that now these days they have power and money and a military force.
Yep, that's right.
It says they have, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, which Edom and Ishmael was a huge part of our captivity. I'll say that at the beginning of our captivity within the transatlantic and the sub-Saharan slave trade. It says of Moab, of the Hagarenes, the Hamites, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur joined with them. And notice that these are the enemies of Israelites, but also call them what in the second verse? The enemies of God.
That's right.
It says Assur joined with them, and they have opened the children of Lot Sulah, which was the children of Lot, of Zu, Ammon, and Moab.
Oh.
It says, doing to them as the Midianites, as to Caesarea, as to Jabin at the brook of Kison, which perished. So right here, Asaph, the man of the Lord, is praying to kill them, to make them perish. It says, lost my place, verse 10, which perished at Endor, they became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a reed and as Zeb, all the princes as Zebah, as Almuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of God in possession. Which you so-called Negroes and Latinos are in possession of the great Edomite right now, man. Which the heathen nations in history, reading the book of Judges, we were in captivity under every other nation, man.
That's right.
All right, which, like for example, as soon as 2019 started, the prime minister, whatever he's called, the leader of Africa said, to our black brothers in America, we are so excited. We're selling you to the white man. Come back and make Africa great. It's time for you to come back. Notice, he didn't say, well, sorry, come over here and live peacefully. He said, come back and make Africa great.
They try how we make America great.
Exactly.
You know?
So come over here and work, nigga. You see? Right. They have the same, they're confederate against you, man. They don't see you as a brother. Now let's say that to our African American brother, our black brothers come back and get to work. That's what the nigga said, bro.
Right. We hire them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because these nations, see, there's no solution for the nation of Israel anywhere, wherever you search on the planet Earth. Okay, there's no solution to the problem. That's why Christianity is failing and these other philosophies are failing, because they're not providing a solution.
No.
Okay, you had Sinetter, say, why would I believe in this God that's had me in captivity, or whatever he say, for all these times we've been believing in God this whole time, or in the Lord for this whole time. Okay, well, he hasn't believed in the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Because if he did, he would understand that we're in those times, all right, now, where the latter days of the latter days is here, man. You know what I'm saying? The mark of the beast is here. All right, the fulfillment of these prophecies, all the way, is right at the doorstep, man. You know,
man, already knocking. They're getting ready to kick in the door, man.
Making noise, man.
That's right, man.
They're counting down with that thing with the police come in and they bust the door down with that ram. Yeah,
That's right, man. God, that's your problem, man. I love the way that was worded. All right, and it's all according to prophecy, man. All right, this is all according to prophecy. But for your wicked, but once again, back on Esau, man, for your wickedness, you're gonna be destroyed ultimately. All right, that's the end of your destruction. All right, I believe there was this, there was one time. All right, one of the brothers sent me a message, and they said that I believe it was you, Bazak, where he said that it was on a game chat, and the Edomite told him that he wishes we would go back in slavery, man. All right, then well, that's gonna be you, Esau. All right, you're gonna go into slavery. All right, you're gonna go under our heel, and you're gonna be destroyed. Okay?
Begging for mercy.
Come begging for mercy, which you're not gonna receive, man. All right, because our people constantly begged you for mercy. All right, and you didn't give it. All right, just as you turned our power. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai into you, man. All right, you went around once again. You went around changing the faces of the judges thereof, and now our people are praying to you, as the brother I now put. He said that this God has never saved me because the God you're praying to, man, is Esau. You're not praying to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You're praying to the so-called white man. Yeah. All right, it was beaten. That man was beat into you, man, and now you have kosher pork, man. All right, go ahead.
got a point real quick, but with all this, with everything that Esau has done across the four corners of the earth, he's done that through the might of the sword, through the might of the blessing, which was the sword, through military might, through basically like the reason why the nation today don't attack America, even though America keeps holding their ass, like it's so many niggas in the hood with one person talking about I'm gonna fight the government and this and that. The reason why China has a military, a government, their own country, so-called Middle East, Syria, Africa. The reason why no one comes over and invades this place right now is because they know that America will bomb their ass to hell and back, man. That America's military, Esau's military might is the sword. It's the sword prophesied in the book of Revelation 6 and 4 to take peace from the earth, man. It's tells you in Revelation 13 who shall make war with the beast. And that's the same reason, Spartacus, that's the same thing that Spartacus didn't understand. It's the same thing that Nat Turner didn't understand. That you taking up carnal means cannot defeat this man. Because this man was, he rose up through what? Through being carnal and through being terrible. That was his blessing. But I got this precept, Jeremiah 49:16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart. You see, because Edomite went over the whole world by being terrible, by murdering, pillaging. Look at the pilgrim, man, because in every single movie, the pilgrim is smiling with the Indians shaking their hand. But look at the history, man. Raping, torturing, I mean, taking babies, throwing them against walls, gator bait. Because even the 13 colonies and Plymouth, Virginia and everything, man, they're over there being the devil. And it just kept growing and growing. It grew into Jamestown, Massachusetts, and then 13 colonies, and they expanded even more, Manifest Destiny. Now it's 50 states. Now this old serpent, this tiny snake in the garden grew into a 7-headed beast that has a military presence in every goddamn country, man.
That's right.
By that terribleness. Jeremiah 49:16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart. You see, because somebody can beat somebody's ass, like Mike Tyson, he got hella prideful to the point where he was like, fuck practicing. And then what happened? He got his ass beat. Because being prideful is prideful before destruction. And the regular Edomite, he really, when technical with going back to Cain and Lamech, they committed wickedness, got away with it so much that they became prideful and began to make mockery of everybody else for it. Which is the same characteristic that we see in the red Hebrew Edomite. Now in the time where this man's pride is going to get him destroyed. And this man's pride is turning the whole planet against him because the Most High, as it's written in the book of Revelation 5, that Yahweh is unsealing things. What's the word revelation means to reveal. And Yahweh is revealing the truth upon the earth right now, man. So now everybody's seeing who this man is, seeing what this man for what he really is, except for the 2/3, them niggas just through. But the whole earth is seeing this man for what he really is, which is the devil, a prideful, terrible beast.
That's right.
It's like I'm gonna just read it now. Go ahead. It's Jeremiah 49:16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Well, everybody knows that Caucasian means cave dweller, but also Esau's son he was called a Horite. That name literally means cave dweller. I can get it real quick if you want me to.
While you get that, if you want, I'm gonna go ahead and get this in Thessalonians. All right, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except that there come a falling away first."
Which that falling away, all right, is when Israel lost who they were. All right.
Right. And so that day is talking about, the coming of Yahweh Shai. That day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin shall be revealed, the son of perdition.
God, that man of sin, the son of perdition, all right, which we broke down many times, the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite, all right. That's who the son of perdition is, and it's being revealed, man, all throughout the unicorn, which is known as the internet, man. All right, everyone is discovering, even people in America, man, are discovering that this man ain't for you, man. All right, that this man is wholly set against you. He's taxing you to the point where you live in paycheck to paycheck. All right, he's poisoning you. All right, the food, the air, the water. All right, the way his government is set up. All right, the people are starting to realize, all right, this government ain't even for us. Okay, because even though taking this for an example, voting, man. All right, you vote for a president. All right, and that president doesn't even win, even though the majority of the votes went to him. I ain't going to show that everything is set up by the government, man. All right, that's why, and now people are starting to see, like, all right, who is this guy really? And they're starting to search. All right, they're trying to they're starting to finally see that this man is the devil, man. All right, he's being revealed. All right. So we know that that day of Yahweh Shai is coming soon, man.
That's right.
All right. It very nigh, should I say?
Yep.
Right. You got something up?
I also had this in Jeremiah 16, but I had that point about Esau being a cave builder because the word Caucasian means cave builder. Once again, there is no thing under the sun. This is Genesis 36 and 20. These are the sons of Seir, which Seir was what? The habitation of the ancient Edomites.
That's right.
The sons of Seir, the Horite, who inhabited the land Lotan and Shobal and Zibian and Anab. And that's where Horite is strong H2752, and it says Kabrayat, and it says Horite cave dweller. The inhabitants of Mount Seir, the inhabitants of Edom.
Bro.
So, hey, there's no new thing under the sun. It says strong definition, a cave dweller or troglodyte. Edomite, Esau loves coming up with you troglodyte. Well, this is you. It says, or troglodyte, a Korite or Aboriginal Idumean. Herite the Idumean.
Right.
Boom. It says Horims, Horite. So there's no escaping it.
Which Idumea, just for edification's sake, Idumea is a Greek version, Greek way of saying Edom. All right.
That's right.
God. So you finished there, right?
I'll just read this again. I'll finish it out this time.
God.
Jeremiah 49:16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, thou that shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord Yahweh.
God. So Yahweh's gonna take you down, man. Yahweh's gonna be the one to destroy you. And how's he gonna destroy you? Through his people, man, through his son, and through his elect, man, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the ones who you call niggers, spit, wetback, Uncle Tomahawk, man, all right, the ones who you raped, robbed, and murdered, okay, the ones who you continue, to call the byword and continue to oppress, all right, those are gonna be the ones that Yahweh is gonna use to take you down, man, all right, so pretty soon you're gonna be on your knees, all right, serving us, man, all right. You and your bitch ass son Bobby, man. All right.
That's right.
But God, I have a quick precept, man. It was going into what we were speaking about earlier. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 6. It says, "My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place, and they have forgotten their resting place under the rule of Esau, man. All right, which our resting place is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, that's where we go to find comfort. That's where we go to find out who we are, because we know that the brotherhood knows that we're God's chosen people, man. Yahshua. All right, He Prince Power, Son of God, man. All right, we know that, so that gives us comfort that one day something better is gonna come, man. All right, but as for the 2/3, as for the rest of us, they don't know, man. They don't have no resting place. They try to go to Esau. Esau dumbs them down. They try to go to Moab. Moab makes fun of them, kicks them out, man.
Blackface.
Come, blackface.
Call them dirty. Why your skin so dirty?
Yeah.
Take a shower.
That's right. Ham tells us that they ate our ancestors and shit, man.
A copper.
Come. So all we can't go to any other nation and find resting place, man. All right, but we go into Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and the way. All right.
I got a precept whenever you're done.
God, I want to continue. This is verse 7. It says, "All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, We offend not, because they have sinned against Yahweh, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers." So you say, you are the nations, especially Esau says, "Oh, well, we're not in the wrong. The Lord put them there. All right, the Lord is the one who allowed y'all to go into slavery. The Lord is the one who did this. You're trying to justify yourself by the Lord, all right, when you don't even believe in Him." All right, so by that, for your wickedness against us, for your trespass against us, and Yahweh Bashim Shai, the Lord is going to take you down, man. All right. So you can go ahead and get that precept. Right?
Matthew chapter 24, verse 9.
Okay.
It says, "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted,
That's right.
and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." Going into how all of these nations, beginning with, well, I don't even know who hates us worse. These Edomites or these 2/3, man. It's a close tie.
Definitely
Um,
2/3.
2/3, yeah, because you're right, because the 2/3, you're right, exactly, because they delivered exactly. Yep, thou Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets. You're exactly right.
Because keep in mind, Pilate was like, what did he do? And,
Right.
and Jacob was just like, man, fuck that, kill his ass.
Right.
And Father was like, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Right.
That was an Edomite.
Yeah, which is goes to show you comparatively, you know, how much these 2/3, man, they gotta go because they really want us to be done away with and be subservient unto Esau.
Right.
You know, but the point is, you know, like the brother said, you can go to the Hamites, you can go to the Edomites, you can go to the Gooks. They're all gonna say, you know, basically put us into captivity. They're not gonna be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna help build you up. Why? Because they're for their nation. You're trying to build their nations up. And so, you know, like I said, the scriptures say, these people are going to be hated of all nations. That's talking about the Israelites. That lets you know right there that ain't talking about the Edomites. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves Esau, or at least used to. You know, not so much right now, or you know, as time progresses. But if you go anywhere on the earth, Jacob is hated, even amongst his own people.
Yep. Especially that.
Especially amongst his own people.
That's right.
Which if I can just point real quick, also showing you that no one gives a fuck about the Israelites. Excuse me. That no one cares about the Israelites, man. Is a simple fact that out of all these hundreds of years and everything, of all these different peace meetings about from all the different nations, all these different peace treaties, the Bilderberg Group, all these billionaires come together. There's the UN and the UN and the European
EU.
The UN and the EU will come together every single year, have a meeting about how to fix the earth and everything. But no one ever fixes what? The ghettos, the barrios, the favelas, or gives you any sort of aid or treatment, man.
Shit, even our our own people who are so-called rich, they don't come back to the hoods, the ghettos, the barrios. All right, they sing about how they sing or talk about how they grew up in it and how they wanted to get out of it, but they don't never try to help us. Okay, they don't never try to go back and build a better society.
Most of them are just weak because, I mean, the spirit of the world is on them. You know?
That's right, and that's why 2/3 in Esau are gonna be destroyed, man. All right. But the 2/3, of course, are gonna come back to the elect seed. All right, but Esau is gonna be destroyed forever. All right, because Esau had no mercy. All right, he offended the little ones. All right, he put these stumbling blocks in front of our people, man. All right, once again, by changing the face of the judges. All right, by stealing our heritage, by beating our heritage out of us. Okay, by committing all this wickedness and atrocities against the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Israelites, man. Even though the 2/3 agree with you, man. All right, you're still gonna be destroyed. All right, because Yahweh isn't for you; He's for His people, man. Moreover, the elect and the multitude. All right. Y'all got anything else?
We got the one that I had held. In Jeremiah 50. That was everything to go down, right?
Gone.
Okay.
Jeremiah 50.
Yeah, she was the point. I was thinking the point was made. You know, close it up.
God, so with that being said, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory once again to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All right, continue to push this word. All right, continue to have faith in Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, because He is showing, He's revealing the son of perdition, man. All right, He's revealing that these prophecies are coming to pass and that He's about to come. Okay, so we must maintain our faith and continue fighting. All right. So
That's right.
God.
So